Alright, welcome back, you diddlers. It's the only way to take back our rights at this point. But continuing onwards with the cars workout, right? From artwod, A-R-T-W-O-D. It's my fucking thing now, right? I just spell it out so people actually can use their brains and write it down. And then go to their channel and let them know that I sent you. Yeah, to be honest, just keep letting them know that, yo, what the fuck? Now, why is this pen all? What the fuck is going on, bro? Now, is it the paper? Is it the paper that causes the ink to bleed so heavily? No, it's just my lack of skill. Always a skill issue. But yeah, okay. And with the first step was draw 3 boxes with 2 cylinders attached to each box, right? I obviously did much more of that, way more of that, because that's the whole point. Is with learning any skill, especially one as difficult as art, but also one as personable. Well, personal. I'm personable. You're welcome. As art, you always want to, push beyond the limits plus ultra. So, yeah. Oh, liking and subscribing. Oh yeah. Please like and subscribe for a free butt plug. Shipping and what is that? Shipping and receiving? No, just shipping. Will shipping and receiving will depend on the size of the anus. I'll even leave the stains on for a more personal experience. There you go. You know what's sad is I actually had this written down because I woke up around, well, it's 11 now, but I woke up randomly at 8:30. I always get these funny jokes in my head. I'm breaking the fucking illusion, but I always get jokes in my head. I'm like, that would be really funny. And then I write it down on my Google Keep. And then I fucked it up too because I was supposed to talk about the stains and then I was going to talk about shipping and receiving. And then I stumbled over my words as well. Anyways, now that everybody's left, uh, yeah, so this is what we did last time. I'm thinking maybe I can add just one more, but again in like a different angle, right? Because I've basically established the bottom vanishing point to kind of be curving inward. This is becoming a bit more curvilinear at this point, even though it wasn't like that originally. So I guess intuitively speaking, I should try to think about what type of box I could do. Maybe something like, the annoying thing is the fact that I try to do it in a different orientation, but I feel as if it just ends up being in the same orientation. In other news, somebody on my channel commented saying they want to see merch. And I think I talked about this yesterday, but I literally don't know what I could do merch for. They gave ideas, which are honestly very good. The only thing is, and this is probably gonna annoy some people, but good. Let me say it really clearly then. Clearly, I love how I said let me say this clearly, as in, bro. Let me just continue onwards. But what I'm trying to say is the fact that I don't want to do anything merch related until, and this is even annoying for me to hear, is until I'm good enough, right? And also, this might just be running away from the responsibilities of business. It's like when I'm big, I can learn about business. Right now, I just want to draw and share it. But even though I'm begging for money at every opportunity, clearly I'm not utilizing all opportunities to make that money, right? So that's on me. You're right. I accept that as my fault because I have very few. So when they happen, it's glaring, to say the least. This is in an incorrect orientation. Is it not? That's why I love this shit, bro. You have to think about the entire scene. And oh, we could do something like this. But yeah, it's the whole like until I'm good enough type thing. Okay, but we're gonna move on to the next step. I do want to make merch. Don't get me wrong. I think my channel logo is like this. What is it? It's like this, right? I think this is a great thing, and that guy even said he's like that's you could put on t-shirts and hats and all that shit, right? But for me, I personally do want to actually be able to get to a point where the art I put up, and he says like my quotes. Apparently, I have funny quotes. And at this point, I only remember the one quote, which is because somebody actually commented saying "W quote instant sub, W quote instant sub." So there, and it was the one where I said I don't know why all these artists talk about like Peter Han, Karl Kupinski, Kim Jong Il. I don't know why they talk about putting in the work. It's about or doing the work. It's about doing the jerk and then putting it to work. That's what I said, something along the lines of that. And apparently, that gave that man a hearty guffaw. So they subbed, so I appreciate it. But yeah, I have quotes or something. I say fucking retarded shit all the time, so I don't even know half the things I say. But okay, next step is, let's see, manipulate the corners of each box to make them rounded. Cool. Now again, I want to think about a perspective that's, because now I'm trying to do an entire scene, right? So we could start off with something like, I'm manipulating the corners of each box. Well, I can start off with a wheel, and I'm trying to maybe do more of the bottom. See, it's hard to do from the bottom because the ground plane changes. So maybe I don't have as much of an opportunity to fill the entire page for one scene, right? So maybe we can do multiple ground planes, like so. But I'm just thinking out loud here, right? Always trying to make it more intense. So we could just say this is the horizon line down here. And what's happening? Okay, so first let's just start off with a simple cylinder for the wheel, right? My cylinders still need a lot of work, man. I don't curve the back enough. That's still one of the things that I need to focus on. One of the many things that I keep telling myself I need to focus on. Do I ever actually focus on it? Sometimes. Which is a step in a direction. So just around the corners. So that entails, again, I'm thinking that this, again, horizon line's down here, so we can see the bottom of this. Well, if I'm rounding the corners, technically, just trying to think. Well, again, drawing from imagination is very difficult. Very difficult. Oh yeah, some fucking, thank you for commenting, by the way, and I'm sure you're subscribed, but some piece of absolute shite told me to stop with the background music. Who in the actual fuck do you think you are? Please tell me so I can track you down and let you know to like and subscribe. This isn't even mid-rolling anymore. I'm just trying to segue it in the worst possible ways. Okay. But yeah, no, this background music is not going anywhere until I get DMCA striked to the moon and back. And that's only gonna happen when I'm a big channel, where I have an audience to bitch about it 24/7. They'll be like, how could you? He's such a pure, innocent soul. He just wants to use your music for his benefit. You fucking morons. Alright, they'll understand. But, okay. Okay, I think I get it now. Maybe like that. And like this. Fuck. It's okay. This is a car that's floating. The wheels are just an accessory, clearly. Fuck me. Well, this is incorrect, but that doesn't mean we have to stop imagining it. Right. should have been higher up. It should have been like here. That's on me. Again, trying to figure out if I'm even doing this right. But again, this is incorrect, by the way. Like, this is absolutely incorrect. But I'm too committed. And even if it's incorrect, it's kind of 50-50. When something is just not working out, I think it's worthwhile to just stop. But at the same time, if it's a new concept you're exploring, it's not going to work out anyways, right? So that's when you should keep pushing forward. But if you already know how to do the thing that you're trying to do, but just the execution is a bit subpar, I think that's when it's okay to just give up. Just give up and never draw again. Yeah, I did fuck this up quite a bit. Again, manipulate the corners of each box to make them rounded. I think I fucked this up. It's just like, again, see, this doesn't even make sense. Because this is supposed to be, like, none of this makes sense. So I think I should just stop here. Right. Perhaps just making, like, focusing on trying this angle first. I did want to do the scenery thing, but if this next step, what I'm trying to do is recreate what I did, as you can see in the background or whatever, like all those cars, but now with this rounding of these cars, right? But actually, rounding cars is a whole nother skill to think about. So let's break it down to really small steps now. Let's forget about the whole putting them in a scene thing and just focus on creating rounded cars, right? The scenery can come once. The scenery can definitely come. But the scenery can come once, or twice, depending on how horny it is. Once I understand how to and can apply this consistently, I would be a great public speaker. Just fucking stuttering everywhere. People want to hear someone that's relatable. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break. Because I did the whole thing, I just got a fucking random memory while I was resting my brain of my friend who was drunk as shit in my car. And I'm trying to drop him home, and that piece of shit just kept going on a fucking tangent about the dumbest shit. You know who you are, Mr. AR. Except they don't watch my videos, but I think my girlfriend definitely knows who I'm talking about. But, yeah, fucking guy, bro. I literally had to wake up early the next day and I had to take care of his ass. But fun memories. And again, don't regret it. But it's just a fucking moron. Funny. Okay. So again, a multiple rounded box essentially is what they're asking for. Actually, let me see the final result of what Antonio did. And then let's just try to copy that first. Is it gonna play? Nope. Okay, that just went to the end credits. Oh, okay. So this is what Antonio basically did. He did this. He made, and this is the thing is like they right now he's using the same box as the sort of base for this. And the thing is, I think artwod really promotes digital. I think most artists really promote digital, and I get why, because you're a fucking pussy. You know, you're afraid of committing. Don't worry, I too was a pussy. But if I can grow out of my cat-like shell, I believe you can as well. Bars, absolute bars. But it's honestly, that's what it is. It's just we're all just pussies. Nobody wants to do anything hard, right? Unless there's blood flowing through it. Okay, yeah. It's just... again, these lines are not anywhere near as defined in his drawing because obviously it's digital, right? So he made this lighter, like he basically made the internal lines a lot lighter, right? But I don't have that liberty. So that's what he did. Kind of looks like a toaster or a loaf of bread. So what I'm understanding is we're just rounding each plane. If that's the case, then if we try something, I don't know, a bit more, so wouldn't it just be something like this? Hold up. See, try and make it more curved now because I did acknowledge that. Okay, so wouldn't it just be something like... Guess maybe I can do a bigger wheel. Just completely off perspective. Yeah, see, this perspective is actually funny enough hard to do. But I think that's the idea, right? Because look, this is rounded. This is rounded. It's a good thing I've been practicing this outside of this, right? Looks wonky as shit though, clearly. Because this is this thing's minor axis, this thing's this minor axis, but then this thing's minor axis is going this way. So the wheels are completely misaligned. So let's do it again. Let's do it in that exact same angle again. Let's start from the wheel again. Because I'm trying to get the box down. And the biggest thing is I want to keep... I really, really want to focus on more than anything is just keeping everything in that box and visualizing it. Right, so... something like that. And then now we need let's do a larger wheel. Oh, and that's already off perspective. So clearly I struggle with that as well. Back end is not curved enough. I think it's also important at this point just to keep commenting on what's working, what isn't. Right? Yeah, you just see slightly that back end. But do these look like wheels that are actually sort of like a car? I don't think it does. What is the difference between mine and his again? That... Okay guys, if you do go to artwod, right, apart from letting them know that I'm like obviously promoting your content, because again, it's very likely, or maybe not very likely, but it's possible that they'll look at my content and be like, this guy's he's taking our content, he's stealing it. I'm not. I'm literally just practicing it, I'm promoting it, and I'm trying to show how effective their methods are. So if you do, and I highly promote it, if you go to their, like if you join them and you're on their Discord, right, A, shill for my channel, that's a requirement. B, promote it in a light where it's like I'm just using people at this point. This is wonderful. But promote it in a light where it's like, it's amazing. This guy's showing how effective your methods are, right? Like, look how amazing his progress is, and it's literally because he's mainly been doing artwod. Oh my God, he's like your brand ambassador, right? Please promote it in that light, because that's what the truth is, right? But they could very well see it like he's stealing our content, which is untrue. You know, I'm not stealing shit. I'm literally encouraging you to check out their content, and I think a few people have signed up because of me at this point. So get fucked, Antonio, get fucked. But 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 and I say that with love. Honestly, that man is my lord and savior, along with Broken Draw. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Just if you're gonna let them know I sent you, let them know I sent you in a way that actually is conducive to my channel's growth. You piece of shit. That's basically it. Or not even conducive to my channel's growth, but I just don't want this channel to get banned because it's an art progress channel, right? My personality is very unlikable, so YouTube might have a bias against me. But at the end of the day, it really is just an art progress channel, right? Wait, what? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. It's also slightly off, but that's okay. And then it's off, but these two are converging fast, converging a bit too fast, and something is diverging here. Or is it all just convergence? But yeah, look, this is what I was going for, right? Like right there. Yeah, this is a bit off. But that's basically what I was going for. See? Which isn't bad, I don't think. That's actually pretty cool. And again, this angle is very difficult, so I'm glad I really worked it in my head. But let me rest my brain. But to be honest, I don't know what else I can do apart from actively promote their content. And it's not even shilling, it's just how I feel about it, right? They have a freemium, again, check out their, like, you don't have to pay. It will ask for your credit card information, but you don't have to pay, right? You won't be charged anything. That information is just so, I think, for billing purposes, in the sense that if you do want to upgrade, then it removes that point of friction. But either way, I mean, I would, again, even if, like, if they're not even fucking paying me to do this shit, bro. So that's how you know I'm a real one. I'm as genuine as can be, because they're literally not paying me for this shit. I am fucking shilling of my own accord. How many people do you know that shill so shamelessly, without even any recompense? Not many, my friend. Not many. No, that's way too off. Yeah, I fucked up that back one completely. But and then this is attached yonder donder. that fix it? No, that just made it worse. Something here is difficult, but oh, also I know what's off. Fucking minor axis. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, you see, this angle is very difficult. Even with how decent my perspective skills are, there's always an angle that is harder. Like there's always something that's more difficult. Now the question is, okay, so if we want it to be the same, something like this, wouldn't it? Something like that. The idea is there. Now we just need to do it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Right? Again, we could do maybe just do it a bit simpler, but still same idea. I think that's my biggest thing is I obviously want artwod to get all the credit, and I think I'm doing my due diligence to give them that credit. But at the same time, from a business perspective, I worry that they'll think that I'm fucking stealing or something like that, even though I'm not. Right? I'm showcasing my practice, which is just mainly their content, but I'm not showing their content. You know what I mean? I'm just showing how I understand it, and you're not gonna learn anything by watching me. Like you're generally not gonna learn anything by watching me. You know? Is this like some fucking weird moral gray area? Who knows? But I'm doing this as a fan that loves what they've done. Like I'm literally, I would honestly like to think I'm their fucking #1 fan because I have dedicated a channel to showcasing how effective their practices are. Right? I say Jesus, my voice was cracking there. A little bit of a dick sucking motion, but yeah, like I say this, it's about showcasing how effective the fundamentals are, but really 80% of the fundamentals I'm showing is artwod's approach. So yeah, guys, promote my channel, but promote it in the best, most positive, objectively true light, which is this guy is literally dick riding you to the point where his progress has been insane. I don't actually, my progress is okay, but just obviously hype it up a little. This is why I accumulated a fucking fandom. You think I care about you? I care a little about you. I mean, without you, I wouldn't have a platform to speak on. So thank you. But I mostly just care about money. Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. It's converging a little, but it still makes sense. Right? Just rounding, rounding. The rounding on the plane goes round and round. It's a Viggy original. Okay. It's getting better. It's getting better, although this is misaligned by like half an inch. Not even half an inch. That's above average. By like a couple millimeters. But it is getting better. And this is the first step to understanding cars, evidently. It makes sense. If you look at cars, they're very rounded objects, right? You don't really see a car that's boxy like the old days. You see something more like this, right, in the front, you know? At least like for that specific plane, right? Obviously, and then there's like rounding like that, you know? something like that. Let's just ignore this. Maybe I can turn this into something interesting, just as a practice. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just. There you go. Ta-da! Now I've added form. There you go. Anyways, let me do one. Or I'm gonna fill the entire page with this, but hey, this is a pretty good exercise. This is a really good exercise. Yeah, okay. But we should obviously not just limit ourselves to these more rectangular versions. Like this is nice, right? So maybe I could do something like, well, if I actually get the wheels down, honestly, the wheel should probably be the main thing I focus on, right? So if I get the wheels down, it should be a lot easier to actually do this. Because then that actually, doing the wheels first is what's going to reinforce my understanding of the plane and the box that it's in anyways. So why don't I just do it like that? Right, look at that, that's already better. Yeah, the wheels are the main thing. That makes more sense too, because this will constantly allow me to visualize, but also force me to keep the plane in mind, right? Okay, so this is misaligned. Maybe this is just, yeah, it's well, I'm trying to understand it still. Something like that, actually. Right? Because this is rounded like this. This is rounded over here. We have this little. This is basically multiple rounding, but just a different way to approach it, right? Because you just have rounded planes kind of attached to each other. But you still have this, right? You still have these things happening here. That's actually why it's not so difficult for me to apply right now. I don't know why when I'm showing an example, I make the fucking tiniest thing in the world. why do I do that? It makes sense to me, fuck off. Hopefully the words make sense, right? If not the demonstration. If they both don't make sense, well then like and subscribe for more educational content. But let's see. So this one's going slightly down. Yeah. Like so. We jut it out just a little because we want to keep it okay, so fucking iPhone ran out of storage because this is on me. This is completely my fault. Forgot to delete or empty my bin or whatever. Because of course, when you don't delete your bin or if you don't delete your deleted things that you've already deleted, it still stays in storage. It makes complete sense. So, thankfully, whoever's listening or watching missed absolutely very little. I just finished the wheel, and then I noticed, I was like, wait, what? I kind of noticed in my peripheries that the recording seemed off, but we got half an hour. Just do the next half hour. It's all good. I think I just bitched about something, but I always bitch about something. But, oh no, because I was like, let me rest my brain, and I look at the thing, and it was fucked. So let me rest my brain now, and then we will continue onwards. But this is good. I'm actually really, really enjoying this. I think these organic shapes are starting to look, well, not organic, but these rounded shapes are starting to look more consistent, which is what I assume they want. But yeah. I hope hearing me drinking water and burping 24/7 reminds you to stay hydrated. and release it through one of two available orifices, right? Preferably the one in the nether, but I have trouble with that. Constipation, you know how it is. But butter. Let's see. Ooh, deep voice. I have a deep voice today. Very nice. I'm a man. I'm a patriarch, as they say. But what the fuck? What? are we doing here? Oh, we totally have the Dragon Balls. It's a fucking Team 4-star Dragon Ball Z bridge, right? Yeah, totally have the Dragon Balls. We totally round in corners, yeah. Totally. Yeah, me and my friends love doing that bit. Because, you know, that's how humor works. In case you weren't aware, you just say things that you think is funny. You know, I know my audience is a bit special in that regard. Just like me. So, why'd that sound like Yogi Bear? What the fuck? Okay, let's do it this way, yeah. Yeah, the wheel. I'm just gonna get the wheel done first. So that will establish not only the perspective, actually just only the perspective, but yeah. Alright, and then we can continuously think about the box that is attached to it. Yeah, it is recording now, which is okay. That's good. But yeah, see, again, like this angle I struggle with, but it's just I think I have the idea down, right? I'm trying my best to think about the box while I do this, but look, like, see, there's still a fuck up, right? This is the minor axis going this going this way, but now this box is going like, slightly off. Or maybe my rounding was slightly off, like the when I was doing the highlighting. It's okay. But yeah, if we were to give this a base, right, that's where the wheel would be attached. There. And then the other side. See, I have a tendency to we need to make it even, right? So see, but that's also off. Yeah, that's very off. So, because it's very off, what do? We do it again, right? We literally just do it again in as similar of a perspective as possible. The repetition is what's required to reinforce our understanding, right? Intentional repetitions, of course. And again, it's so easy to lose it. The vision you may have, which is why you just got to keep doing it over and 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 over until you can hit a beautiful octave like me. I mean, if you can't, then you're tough out of luck. As we all know, it's all about the talent, not the skill. Yeah, there's no way in fucking hell I'm getting rid of this background music. Mr. Man who commented on my video with the fucking audacity to not only call me bro, I'm not your bro, alright? I'm your comrade. So get that shit in your head. But yeah, I'm not fucking getting rid of this music. This music is fucking amazing. It is so relaxing. It's so chill. How could you say that? How in the fucking world? How in the fucking hell could you say that? Slightly. We should be able to see the bottom. 100% we should be able to, because that's actually more like this. Nope, I fucked that up again. Yeah, that's a fuck up. Because let's see. And I think this is still slightly off. I diverged somewhere here, didn't I? That's okay. And that's okay as well. So, yeah, not much of a problem with the planes and the orientation in relation to the wheel yet. It's more to do with this alignment, this wheel alignment, because I have to think about it in terms of. So let's see, if we just bring this all the way down, it's that, then we go up. So it's actually here, okay. Something like this is the box that should be contained in, right? So it's something like this. I'm kind of overlapping and confusing. I should have used the red pen, but I'm gonna do that again. This is extremely important to get down. And let's see, it was like half an hour for the first video, so it'll be half an hour for this one as well. And it'll be and it will be Gucci. But let me rest my brain, because I tried those two difficult things. Let's have my brain repeat it 20 times. Or 200%. 20x? Some shit like that. But yeah, if you're wondering why I do these random pauses and just quote unquote rest my brain, well, it's not a quote unquote, I do rest my brain, is because just search up gap effect, mini gap effect, spacing effect, like anything of that variety. But it's the gist of it is the fact that during any learning bout, apart from the fact that our focus goes in and out, obviously, as is expected, um, if you take a break every couple minutes, every so often, right, your brain actually replays, and you just take a break, like for like literally 10, 15 seconds, right? Our brain is actually replaying what we've just done and the things we're learning at 200 times speed. Like essentially, fucking, you're getting, it's doing it over 20 times. You're getting 20 times the reps that you just put in simply by resting your brain. It's fucking incredible, you know, how our brain works. So just utilize that. That's something every single one of our brains has the ability to do. It's just a factor of the Homo sapien mind. But yeah, so I'm gonna try that angle again, but let's do it from a different way, I guess. Right, so again, I clearly struggle with this bottom angle in general, so we should continue struggling with it, right? Again, I think, because I can do this top shit super easily, you know? It's, as you guys can see, right, like it's pretty decent, if I do say so myself. But I think visualizing this even is very difficult for me. So again, I don't know why the pen just goes to shit every so often. Okay. Something like that. That's too short. That. This is going like this. Okay, but I'm specifically trying to make this attach a bit lower because I want to see how that works. Because it's the thing is, it's easy to do something like this where it's just attached into it, but because then you can see the entire cylinder and you can work around it. But when what this technically is yeah, that entire attachment's still there, but now you have to understand where it's attaching, and it's separated, right? So I have to think hard on that. See, this is incorrect. Because it's misaligned. But this is actually a pretty decent step, you know. This cylinder is also like a bit off, but and again, the line weight doesn't help either. You know, this is a good practice. I actually can see myself doing this for another couple pages. I think this is the next step, is to really get this down. Because when you don't have much to work with and you literally have to imagine all the details, right? Like these rounding details, it's it definitely, it's a brain turner. But again, the top view is easy. I think the bottom view from here is what's necessary now. I wonder if you guys can hear that in the background, but my mom's just cooking. It's a what the fuck are those called again? Pressure cooker? Yeah, it's a pressure cooker just going off. It's like, tss, but who knows? Maybe my noise canceling is actually pretty good, right? Yeah, it just went off again. Who knows if you guys can hear it or not? I'm not too sure. How's my dad sneezing? I highly doubt anybody can hear this. That fucked up the perspective. It should have been more like that. And again, even just how the box being larger and smaller fucks with my understanding of the plane as well. Again, it's about connecting the dots, right? I still have to connect all these dots together. This has to be a bit longer. It's not perfect by any means, but what I was trying to do was something like right. I think I think I'm getting decent at this type of rounding that they're asking for. But again, I guess here's my mid-roll artwod shill. Please, yeah, check them out, guys. Check them out. Well, again, the only critique of the roadmap is that there's not enough repetitions. So the roadmap content is amazing, but take your time with each exercise. Whatever they're asking you to do, just do it times 20. Yeah, literally just do it like literally so much more than they ask of you, because I get it. The roadmap and Antonio's vision is specifically they want artwod to be the quintessential platform for learning draftsmanship, and B, they want it to be accessible to beginners. But those two are kind of contradictory in the sense that if you want to learn draftsmanship, right, you need to put the work in. You need to put a lot of work in. Where they excel is the fact that they've really broken it down to digest into digestible chunks, and it's actually pretty easy to understand. But I think they sort of have forsaken. Yeah, they have forsaken the repetition part. Because I know Antonio's concern was that he didn't want it to intimidate beginners. But listen, beginner, motherfucker, all right? Art is intimidating. Get over it. It's literally fucking a lot of work, So artwod provides the best way to learn that fundamentals and makes it interesting and provides unique exercises. Your job is just to do so much more of it than they initially tell you to, right? They're trying to be nice to you. What they're basically trying to do is they're treating you like a fucking baby who doesn't know how to put the work in, right? Because again, beginners are like, oh yeah, I don't have enough time, blah blah blah. Yeah, you don't have enough time, sure, but if they're saying draw this line, you have enough time to draw that line 30 times before your day ends, and you're like, okay, shit, or before you have to do your next thing. It takes 20-30 minutes. You most likely have 20-30 minutes in your day that you can put aside, or even 10 minutes. But the point is, right now they don't have the repetition required. I should keep drawing, otherwise people are going to lose interest, my retention. But right now they don't have the repetition required to make you excellent. It is on you to make yourself excellent for the time being. The exercises are great, don't get me wrong, the actual exercises, because that's what I'm doing right now, right? Even from this, oh fuck man, I keep fucking this angle up. Interesting. Yeah, right. So it's more subtle than that. There you go. It's literally just more subtle than that. Yeah, the exercises are great. Just do a lot of it. Okay, that's a bit better. Kind of had to cheat, obviously, because I was giving myself guidelines, but that is better. Cool. Honestly, I could even just practice just this. It's aligning wheels, right? Yeah, the exercises are great, just put the fucking work in. Do a lot more of it than required. I mean, I'm basically talking to people who actually give a shit about getting good, right? If you're on my channel at this point, you like me for some reason. Thank you. And B, you actually like the process and the way I approach art, which is putting in the work, right? It's about doing the work and then doing the jerk. Or was it the other way around? I don't remember anymore. But so I would assume that you actually you understand what I'm saying, right? Personally, for me, doing the work is very fun, and I believe I've trained my brain to just enjoy the discomfort that comes from doing all this. And again, I'm just some random piece of shit. So if I can train my brain, you can definitely train your brain much more efficiently than I have, and B, progress much better than I have. It's likely you already have a better understanding than I do, But yeah. Artwod, again, incredible platform. Just for the time being, and again, they have acknowledged that repetition is required. That's one of their biggest feedback critiques that they've gotten, and so it is in the process of being implemented into all their roadmaps, probably as an additional intermediate thing. It's not intermediate. Again, they're babying beginners a lot because beginners are pussies, right? Like, they don't want to put the work in, so they're being nice about that, and it's been good. It's been really great because it actually allowed them to really break down their teaching material even more so in the roadmap, right? So rather than just going to 1 and then 2, now it's like 1.1 and then 1.2 and then 1. And like maybe like there's up to 1.5 and then they'll go to 2, right? So they've really, really broken down the concepts, and they've really given good exercises per each broken down concept, right? It's just not enough repetition. So at the time of watching, if they don't have that repetition, do much, much more than what's required. Do it until you understand it, right? Do it until you really feel like you understand it. Don't be in a rush. If you are an impatient person and you want to learn art, you must get rid of that impatience, because art is not forgiving whatsoever to that sort of personality trait. I have those tendencies even now, and again, yesterday I didn't have the best art day because I was being, not the best art day, but yesterday I was fucking around and I couldn't I wasn't doing those clusters properly, and that's because I kept trying to think about the result rather than just the process. right? You just have to keep thinking about the process. What is your process right now? For me, right now, my process is visualizing the box, right? Visualizing the rounded corners and visualizing the attachment of the cylinder. That is my process right now, right? What is your process could be something different. It's probably a stable hand, trying to keep the fucking values in mind, right? Keep making sure the lines are clean, whatever it is. But we all have a process that we have to focus on, and that is imperative to the growth, right? It's the process. If you don't like the process of learning, then you're not gonna have a good time with anything, to be honest, right? You're just not gonna enjoy anything. You're literally not gonna enjoy anything at all if you don't like learning, especially if you're trying to learn the thing. If you're not trying to learn the thing, then fucking, by all means, don't learn anything. But if you're here and you want to learn, right? We really, it's just a matter of training your brain, guys. And it's difficult. This is all extremely difficult. Even right now, I'm fucking talking while I'm trying to visualize this shit, bro. You know how fucking painful that is? It's literally fucking hell. Because I have to think about everything I'm explaining while I'm explaining it. Alright, I'm not giving myself that moment of liberty to just slow down and think. And that's on purpose. Because I think that's a skill that's gonna land very well in the future, which is being able to draw what I want to draw, while also being able to explain what I'm drawing, That's really important. Really, really important. I think I fucked this up here. It's okay. Getting better. Definitely getting better. But yeah, let me rest my brain. Wonder how much time has elapsed. 23 minutes. Okay, I can take my time then with this region here. This is fucking amazing. I love this cars workout. I just love art in general. That's another thing. You want to learn, right? Do you want to love art, or do you just want to love the end result? Because if you want to love art and you love art and you want to learn, then I understand the beginner hangups. Again, I was literally shitting my. Wait, let me rest my brain. Let me rest my brain and then I'll fucking blather on. Let me rest my brain. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is there's two types of beginners. The beginners, well, there's technically three types from what I can tell, because I'm a beginner as well, right? And I think I've been all these types. I've been the beginner, like type 1, which is you like the idea of learning the skill. And I think this applies to everything, but I'll just talk about art, like all skills, but I'll just talk about art specifically because it seems to be more prominent and art is obviously a big community, right? Emphasis on the community, but but there are three types of beginners. I've been all of them, and it's like different phases almost, right? There's the beginner who likes the idea of learning the skill, but is extremely scared about failing and when they put in the work, right? That's type 1. They complain, they bitch, they moan, or maybe they don't do any of that verbally or outwardly, but they still harbor these feelings of insecurities, and they honestly, they're kind of they're arrogant. They're just arrogant and egotistical in the sense that who the fuck is that beginner? Who was I? Who are any of us who believe that when we start out learning something that we'll be good at it, right? What kind of retarded ass belief is that? And it's not your fault. It's what you've been told and how you've been raised, right? It is 100% the byproduct of the education system. That is without a doubt. So don't blame yourself for this, but change yourself from this. That is number 1. That's the first type of beginner, right? The beginner who just does not want to put the work in, but really, really, really likes the idea of being good at something. In this case, art, right? And then there's the beginner who is learning, but is frustrated. But when they're doing it, they sort of their fear keeps holding them back, right? Like they want to love it, but they can't, you know? And they're struggling. They're trying to figure out why they struggle so much, even though they really love doing it. When they do it, they're always sort of bitching. I'm not bitching. What the fuck am I even saying anymore? Maybe that's the same type. Maybe type 1 and type 2 are the same. I don't know anymore. I guess what I'm trying to say is, fucking Vimeo started playing again. If you're a beginner and you struggle with enjoying art, it's a mindset shift. So what it really is you need to just start enjoying the process of being curious, you know, and of just really working your brain. That's actually, more than anything, that's really all art is. That's really all any skill learning is how much effort are you putting into working your own brain, right? This may be the first time you've ever had to learn a skill that required cognitive effort, right? Maybe you haven't been in school in a while, you know, maybe I don't know, like one of your balls hang lower than the other, although that's supposed to be normal, so maybe I can't blame you for that. But or maybe you just have a very low opinion of yourself. Don't, right? If I can do it, you can do it. Look at my fucking shit drawings. Look at my art progress. Watch my intro video and like, subscribe. But look at how garbage I was and where I went to. And again, I did not draw as a child. I drew in the sense that I just liked to draw, but I just did not do it that much. You know, I was just a normal kid who people said, oh my god, you're so good at drawing, but I was just okay because I was patient, right? So it's a bit off. I don't know the point I'm trying to make, because honestly, drawing while talking is very exhausting. But it's getting better too, actually. It's getting slightly better. Should have not fucked this up, but either way, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to learn to enjoy the process, then focus on just being curious, right? And literally train your brain. And despite my language, despite when I say this is shit, that is shit, I've trained my brain to just think or be or feel good when I exert effort. That's growth mindset, right? Essentially, you just need to foster a growth mindset. This is just a big TLDR on have a growth mindset. And if you're not sure on how to have a growth mindset, there's just two things you need to know. Focus purely on the effort you put into the practice, and train yourself into deriving pleasure from that effort. So that's it. TLDR, just try really hard. Use your mind and your arm, like, you know, your fucking effort, like trying to keep your hands stable. Like, try really, really, really hard on that. And it will be very fucking difficult. And you will lose focus, and all that will happen. That's very normal. And then tell yourself that this is a good thing, right? That's all you need to grow and enjoy the growth. And that's the thing for me, right? Again, it's not perfect. Yesterday I was like, oh, I didn't do it properly, but then I centered myself. I'm like, okay, let's focus, right? So that's basically the main thing that I can say. I do apologize mildly, not so much, because honestly, listening to me probably gave you confusion more than anything. You're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? So a little bit of apologies there, but what I'm trying to say is, don't sell yourself short. You can do it. If you won't believe in yourself, nobody else will. It doesn't matter if people tell you they believe in you. At the end of the day, you're gonna die alone. This shit just got real. But you're dying alone, you're dying alone, motherfucker. But yeah, you will die alone. You will only have your own opinion of yourself to go to sleep with, right? You're sleeping with the fishies, and those fishies don't even care about you because you're shit at art. So think about that. But yeah, no, just really, really, and I know I kind of went backwards here because I only ended up doing one wheel, right? But I'm just trying to focus on having one connection down decently, but maybe over here I can do two. But yeah, you only have yourself, friend. You only have yourself. So if you only have yourself, you must believe in yourself, right? I will say this, I believe in you. I think anyone can draw. I am living proof that anyone can draw, okay? And I don't even draw a lot, okay? In terms of trying to get good, right? Stop comparing yourself to others. Also, is another thing, right? Get inspired, but don't compare. But I only draw for like I was only drawing for an hour, 5 days a week roughly, and now I'm drawing for 2 hours. Only because my fucking work situation is absolutely horrendous. I don't have much money coming in. It's the life of a designer, especially in this economy. So, but yeah, stop. Don't sell yourself short. But I do believe in you. I'll tell you that much. I believe in you. Okay, just put in the effort. Don't lie to yourself about the effort you're putting in, and be honest with yourself about why you draw. If you don't really have a why, but your why is literally just I just want to be good at something, that's an amazing why, to be honest. That's why I'm learning piano. That's literally why I'm learning piano, is because I'm looking at it from purely a skill acquisition point of view, right? And that's okay. That's completely fine. We all have reasons as to why we do something and why we pursue things, right? So, whatever your why is, be proud of it and put the work in. This random stranger does believe in you, okay? I know it's like that typical, oh, kind words from a stranger, but seriously, I think art has made me more empathetic to the learning journey. I think art's actually the reason why I even like learning, right? Because it's the hardest thing to learn. Also, this is diverging. These two are diverging. That's a mistake on my end. But you see, like, this has been very difficult to talk while draw and to explain myself. But I'm so happy because it's so difficult, and I'm actually putting in so much effort to do it, right? So, sorry, it's been half an hour. I've rambled enough. Well, I'll do one more, but yeah, guys, no, seriously, I believe in you. Okay, just put the work in. Put the work in on the things that actually benefit you. Obviously, allow yourself to experiment, be creative, enjoy it, but you can do it. I don't know. I just want to say that you can do it, right? If you've ever felt as if nobody believes in you, at least know that I believe in you, right? This random dipshite on the internet, he believes in you. And yes, it might be concerning that a man believes in you in this day and age, but you can do it, okay? So don't ever feel as if it's all stacked against you, because learning is a beautiful thing, much like me. Just trying to think right now on how big I want to make this box. So yeah, you can definitely do it. You can 100% do it. I didn't expect myself to be so positive. So this wheel is actually technically, this should have come out a bit further. This is like right at the cusp. And I think this is okay, but this is actually way longer than this. So what's happening here? This is super long, so there's has to be some divergence. This is just converging. Yeah, this is converging, and this is slightly diverging here. But if I just were to, this is, nope, that's wrong. Again, you see how many mistakes I've been making, but because I'm putting so much of an effort to at least understand what my mistakes are, I'm happy. I'm grateful, right? You want to be grateful for the effort you put in. That's the main thing. But I'm going to leave it here. I think this was a great practice. And I wasn't really trying to be inspirational or anything like that, but these are just things that crop up in my mind every now and then. And honestly, my main thing is I think beginners, A, need to get the fuck over themselves, but B, be kind to themselves. I probably sound like an asshole and extremely contradictory, but it's true. I'm a bit hard-headed, I'm stubborn, right? I'm very direct with what I say, but at the same time, I think that, yeah, stop being a pussy, but also go for it. Just go for it, enjoy it, right? It's an entire lifetime of learning. again, there's that little picture where one person's looking out the window all happy, other person's looking at the other side of the window all depressed, right? There's like a bus, two seats, you know, one person's here, one person's here, looking out that way, looking out that way. This person is like, there's so much to learn, you know, and they're just depressed as shit. This person's like, there's so much to learn, and they're looking happy. I was this person for a very long time, right? That's why I gave up on art many, many times. Like, it didn't even last a week, multiple times, maybe a month. But 2022, November 1st, I did my best to embody this person, and I do my best to embody this person to this day, right? I know art is infinite. I'm very well aware. There's literally millions of things to learn. We never master it, but that's the beauty of it, right? You want to learn a skill that you could just never run out. Otherwise, think of it this way. If you could draw everything, it's funny, Kim Jong-il's literally, he said this, right? He can basically draw anything that he wants to draw, and he's like, I'm just kind of bored, you know? It's true. When you know everything there is to know, and you have understood the nuance and mastered, and you're you're at the upper echelon of a skill, depending on your personality, you can be bored. Kim Jong-il loved drawing, right? Which is why he always kept doing it. And I think he was just half joking when he said he was bored. But that's the thing. You don't want to ever run out of things to learn. You know, his curiosity is what drove him to get to that point. And I'm trying to be like him, whatever my version of him is like, right? We all have our own little unique voice, right? So seriously, yeah, I don't know why I'm ending this video on such a positive note. Usually I'm berating you. So yeah, like, subscribe, you piece of shit. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. Like and subscribe. Seriously though, like, subscribe. Tell Artwod that I'm literally blowing their minds at how someone's shit can get good. I guess that's my selling point, right? He is such a fucking dick rider that he is showing people how much better you can get at drawing just by following your methodologies. And he's posting it. Look how committed he is, right? Uploading 5 days a week. Oh my god, he's so good, right? Anyways, yeah. Like, subscribe, whatever, fuck off, I don't care. If you're still here, you probably already have subscribed and liked, right? If you haven't, you're a fucking retardus Maximus, right? Much like the gluteus Maximus, you know, but you don't even get a big bunda out of it. You're just a fucking moron. Is it gluteus Maximus? It is gluteus Maximus. Bro, I fucking work out. Why don't I know this shit? But anyways, oh yeah, this is like the hand motions that people sometimes. It's like, this is my version of hyper editing. I hope this gives you epilepsy. As always, fuck you for. I'm gonna stop. As always, fuck you for watching. Keep drawing, and please give me the money. Thank you. Bye.